Section 9.13, volume of composite solids in your practice packet starts on page 18. Find the volume of each composite solid, if necessary, round to the nearest hundredth. So we're going to be identifying what our complex base is. We'll be calculating the area of that base and then multiplying it by the W, or the height of our actual prism. In our first example here, I'm going to use the highlighting tool. It is actually this backwards L shape, which is going to be our base. And then, didn't like that. And then this 5 inches right here is actually going to represent our W value for this one. So if I'm looking at this here, this is 6 inches by 2 inches. This side is 3 inches. And the whole side here is 7, which means if that part's 6, this must be 1 inch. So if I were to cut this off right here, I have 1 inch by 3 inches. So this will have an area of 3 because 1 times 3 is 3. And over here, 6 times 2. That's going to give me an area of 12 inches. So for my B value, I have 12 plus 3. Area of my base is going to be 15. Because we are to the point in this unit here where we've talked about area, we've done all this stuff, I am going to let you kind of go a little bit easier here in terms of what you're actually showing for your work. So volume of this is going to be B times W. So our B value is 15. Our W value is 5, which is going to give us 75 cubic inches then. In number 2, we have this is actually our base here. So it's actually this little rectangle with the semicircle at the top of it. So this side is 6. I notice that this is 7 inches. If this is 6, it makes my radius here to be 3. So when I'm doing this part, I have half times pi times r squared. So half times pi times r squared, which will give me 14.13. for that piece. And then down here, 6 times 7 is going to give me 42. So for the area of my base, I have 42 plus 14.13 for a total base area of 56.13. Base is down here, base is over here. This amount, the connecting them, is my W. So volume is equal to BW. Volume is equal to 56.13 times 12. And multiplying those together, I get 673.56 inches cubed then for this compound volume. Question number 3 and 4 are right down here. For question number 3, we're going to look at this funky looking base that's right here. So it's actually made up of a rectangle and a triangle on it. So area of my triangle is 1/2 times base times height, 1/2 times 12 times 8. So it's going to give me 48. And then the area of this rectangle is 18 by 9. So 18 times 9, which gives me an area of 162. Base is on the front here, base is on the back here. This section right here that connects them is my W. So for the area of my base, I never added these together. I have 48 plus 162. And that gives me a total of 210. So volume is equal to BW. So the B value is 210, the W is 6, and 210 times 6 is going to give me a total volume of 1,260 cubic inches. On our last example here, this is another one of those L-shaped ones. So my L shape right here is actually going to be my base. So I need to get a couple of units on here. This side right here is 3, this is 7. If this is 5, 3 plus 5 all across the bottom here is 8. So if I split this off here, 3 times 7 is 21. Knowing that this whole set is 11, 7's here, so this would have to be 4, and 8 times 4 is going to give me 32. So the area of my base is going to be 32 plus 21, giving me a total area of my base of 53. My W is the base on the top, the base on the bottom, what is actually connecting them together. And that's kind of hidden over here in this little 3. So volume is equal to base times the width. So 53 times 3. And my volume then is going to give me 159 cubic inches. And that is it for composite solids volume.